Ma'am, can we start the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome to you all this special session hosted by Shivi Forensic. I'm R.K. Raksha, a proud member of Shivi Forensic. Today, we are privileged to have Ms. Rutulani Pagi, ma'am, for an aspiring forensic expert to enlighten us on the intriguing topic heavy metal hazard, understanding risk and consequences. Shrutulani Paniki ma'am has currently pursuing her master in forensic science at fourth semester at Sandeep University, Nasik. Participants, you're encouraged to engage active throughout the session and address your queries via chat box. Now, let's begin the session and make the most of learning opportunities. Ma'am, you can begin the session.
Yes, ma'am. Share. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm not able to share the screen.
Now try again.
No, sir, I'm not able, sir. Hello. Shall I start, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, okay. So, good morning, everyone. Today's topic is heavy metal hazards. First, let us understand the topic first. What are heavy metals? Heavy metals are the metals which have high density and high atomic weight, and they are toxic in very small concentrations. What is hazard? Hazard is the danger or the toxicity caused by the heavy metals to any living organism. It can be animals, it can be humans, any living organism. So we are going to understand the toxic effects and the consequences of the heavy metals. But the question is, why are we studying this topic? What is the significance of studying this topic? Because these heavy metals are used by us in day to day life, and we are facing their consequences, especially the people in occupational field like mining. They are facing its consequences, and in forensic aspect or medical legal aspect, they are used as suicidal poisoning, they are used as homicidal poisonings. So we need to study the topic. What are the sources of heavy metal poisonings? It is found naturally by volcanic eruptions or soil erosion. It is also found by human activities like mining and smelting. it is released by industries, by chemical production and metal processing, and in agriculture practices we use it as fertilizers and pesticides. It is also consumed by humans through food and water contamination. And how is water contaminated? The industries, they release their chemicals in the waters, it gets contaminated, and that is consumed by humans. And in seafood, the heavy metals are consumed by the fishes, shellfishes, and that is eaten by humans. And in household sources, lead based paints are used, which contains heavy metals. Plumbing components contains heavy metals, and foreign ceramics or cookware contains heavy metals. Before starting the topic, we'll understand the fundamentals of heavy metal poisoning. What is toxicology? Toxicology is a science which deals with the actions, toxicity, and the treatment and fatal dose of the toxic or poisonous substance. What is forensic toxicology? It deals with the medical poisoning, which are acute, chronic, subacute, and fulminant poisoning. Acute poisoning it occurs when several doses of poison are taken over a short interval of time. Means large doses should be given in less time. Second is chronic poisoning. Chronic poisoning means small doses should be given in more time. Subacute poisoning is shows the features of both acute and chronic poisoning. Means the poison is administered less than 3 months, then it shows the effects. Fulminant poisoning means a large dose is given and death occurs even without symptoms. Next slide, sir. Medical legal aspects of poison. It means the laws related to the heavy metal poisoning. In Indian law, there are two laws, which is section 284, which is now changed to section 286, which states that whoever causes hurts with negligent conduct related to poison shall be punished with imprisonment up to 6 months. Second is section 328 IPC, which is now changed to section 123 IPC, which deals with the administering of poisoning or any intoxicating agent with intent to cause hurt is considered as an offense, and its punishment is 10 years. And if you have to refer to table of IPC to BNS, BNS is the new section, so there is a link. Here you can review all the sections changed to BNS. Next. There are different classification of poisons. I'm going to elaborate only according to the mode of action. There are other classifications. First is corrosives. Corrosives are the poison which corrode the surface whoever it comes in contact with. Examples are strong acid, which includes HCl, HNO3, H2SO4. Strong alkalis include caustic soda. Irritants are the poisons which cause slight inflammation or the discomfort to body. Examples are metals include heavy metals like arsenic, lead, and mercury. Non-metals are phosphorus, chlorine, and iodine. Organic vegetables are plant poisons such as datura and ricinus communis. Animal poisons include snake venom, scorpion venom. Mechanical poisons include diamond dust and chopped hair. Neurotics. What are neurotics? Neurotics are the poison which have effect on the brain functioning. The classification are somniferous. Somniferous means the poisons which induce sleep. They include narcotics. Inebriants means the poisons which causes intoxication. These includes alcohol. Next slide. The samples which are prepared for toxicological analysis, they should be labeled properly and they should be handled properly. The label should contain the case number, the name, and the date of collection of the poison, and the handling should be done very properly. The container should be sealed properly and it should be handled properly, and a chain of custody should be maintained. Next slide. When we are collecting the samples, we cannot collect every body part or every visceral organ. We need to collect specific samples for the toxicological analysis of heavy metal poisoning. First is blood. Why do we collect blood? Because when heavy metal poisons are administered, ingested, they are absorbed through GIT, gastrointestinal tract, and they are distributed throughout the body by blood. So we need to collect blood for analysis of heavy metal poisoning. When the person is alive, we can connect venous sample, but when the person is dead, we can collect it from femoral or iliac veins. Second is vomit or stomach contents. Why do we collect these sample? Because when heavy metal poison is administered, it shows some features, it shows some symptoms, it includes vomits. So in the vomitus, we can analyze heavy metal poisoning. Third is feces. Why do we analyze feces? Because the heavy metal poisoning which are administered, which are absorbed through the GIT, they are excreted through feces. So we need the feces sample. Next slide, sir. Fourth is liver and other organs. Why do we collect these organs? Because the liver metabolizes the heavy metals which are administered. So many drugs and many poisons are metabolized by the liver. So in dead person, we can collect the liver for the analysis of heavy metal poisoning. Next is hair and nail clippings. Why do we analyze hair and nail clippings? Because when chronic poisoning occurs, chronic heavy metal poisoning occurs, whatever the poison is there, it accumulates in the hair and nails, in the keratin tissues, and which in after many years the detection is possible through hair and nails. Let's understand the hazards of each heavy metal poisoning. Mostly used poisoning are arsenic, mercury, and lead. So we'll get a deeper understanding in these three poisons. Arsenic poisoning. The physical properties of arsenic poisoning are: the metallic arsenic poison is, it's not poisonous, but it is absorbed through GIT, and it is a normal constituent of animal tissues. Next is toxic compounds. Now, why do we need to understand the toxic compounds? Because all the compounds of arsenic are not poisonous. Only certain compounds are poisonous, which can have health effects. First is arsenous oxide or arsenic trioxide, which is the most toxic form of arsenic. It has no taste or smell, and it is sparingly soluble in water. It is used in fruit sprays, sheep dips, weed killers, insecticides, rat poisons, and it is also used as mordant in dyeing. Second is copper arsenite, which is also called as Shields green, and copper acetoarsenite, which is also called as Paris green or emerald green. It is used as a coloring agent for substances include confectionery. Third is sodium and potassium arsenate. Fourth is arsenic sulfide. It is yellow in color, and it is also used as depilatory or coloring pigment and in flypaper. Fifth is arsenuated hydrogen or arsine is a colorless gas which is used with garlic odor. The natural sources of arsenic are soil, water, and fishes, and high content of soil and subsoil water. Action of arsenic. Locally it causes irritation, and remotely it causes the depression of nervous system. What does arsenic do to the human body? It affects the sulfhydryl groups. What is the function of sulfhydryl groups? It is involved in many biological processes, including enzyme activity and protein structure. So when arsenic affects the sulfhydryl groups, it affects the enzymatic activity, and which affects the conversion of pyruvate to acetyl CoA. What is the function of acetyl CoA? It is the central metabolite in cellular energy production. It is produced from the breakdown of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, and it is also used as a fuel to citric acid cycle, which is the Krebs cycle, to generate ATP. When arsenic is introduced in the body, it affects the sulfhydryl groups, which affects the conversion of pyruvate to acetyl CoA, and which affects the ATP production. It means the energy of the organism is decreased. Locally, it causes irritation, and remotely, it causes depression. And arsenic is also a carcinogenic substance. Next slide. Absorption and excretion of arsenic. It is absorbed through GIT when it is ingested. It is absorbed through skin when it is absorbed dermally, and it is absorbed through lungs when gas is introduced. And it is present in almost all tissues, and it is found in liver. When absorption occurs, it is distributed by blood throughout the body. The metabolism occurs in liver through the process of methylation. The metabolites are excreted through kidneys. Other routes of excretion are feces, hair, nails, and sweat. Sign and symptoms of arsenic poisoning. GIT. In GIT, it causes sweetish metallic taste, nausea, vomiting. In renal, in kidney, it causes oliguria. Oliguria means the amount of urine is less. Albuminuria means the urine contains albumin. In cardiovascular system, it causes hypotension. In muscular system, it causes pain to limbs and weakness. In central nervous system, it causes tremors and hypothermia. Even it causes coma. Next slide, sir. The fatal dose of arsenic is 120 to 200 mg of arsenic trioxide for adults and 2 mg per kg for children. The fatal period is 1 to 2 days. Postmortem findings of arsenic for external, the body findings. The body looks emaciated due to dehydration. Emaciated means thin or weak. Rigor mortis appears early. Putrefaction is delayed due to antibacterial action of arsenic and partly due to dehydration. The eyeballs are sunken, and vomitus and fecal matter may be present on the body. Internally, the mucous membrane show inflammation. Hemorrhages may be found. Lung shows congestion, and in heart also hemorrhages are found. For stomach, the mucosa is swollen, and patches are also found. In small intestine, it contains large flakes of mucus with very little fecal matter. The cecum and rectum shows inflammation. For liver, spleen, and kidneys, they show congestion. They are enlarged, and they also show cloudy swelling. For brain, they show patchy necrosis. Medical legal aspects of arsenic poisoning. It can be used as a homicidal poison, suicidal poisoner, accidental poison, occupational poison. For homicide, arsenic is a very popular homicidal poisoning because its symptom shows the symptom similar to cholera, and very small quantity is required to cause death. It can be administered easily with mixing of food and drink. It is cheap, it is colorless, tasteless, and odorless. It is easily obtainable. The chronic cases resemble other diseases. Disadvantages of arsenic as homicidal poisoning: it retards putrefaction, and it can be detected in decomposed or buried bodies. It can be found in bones, hair, nails for several years. It can be also detected in charred bones. Suicide is rare because it causes too much of pain. Accidental poisoning may occur due to mixture of arsenic with other foods, and it can be also occur with mixture with water. And for occupational workers, arsenic exposure can cause due to mining, glass production, and other industries. It is also ingested in the form of paste, or it is also used as a abortifacient, and it may also be used as kettle poisoning. One famous case of arsenic poisoning is Mary Lafarge case. She murdered her husband by using arsenic as a poison. She was the first person who was convicted largely on direct forensic toxicological evidence. In her case, Marsh test was used for arsenic detection. Nowadays, there are certain instruments like atomic absorption spectroscopy, ICP-MS, UV visible spectroscopy, and different colorimetric assays which can be used for uh, detection of arsenic poisoning. Next is mercury poisoning. The physical properties of mercury are: it is heavy, silvery liquid, and it is volatile at room temperature. Liquid metallic mercury is not poisoning as it is purely absorbed by GIT, and it is not a constituent of human body. The toxic compounds of mercury are inorganic salts and organic salts. Inorganic salts include mercury chloride, which is colorless, odorless, and white crystalline powder but it has a nauseous metallic taste. Second is mercurous chloride, which is heavy, amorphous, white, and tasteless powder. Third is mercuric sulfide, which is not absorbed through skin, and it is non-poisonous. Fourth is mercuric cyanide oxide and iodide, which is scarlet red powder. Next are the organic salts of mercury, which include methyl mercury, dimethyl mercury, ethyl mercury, and phenyl mercury. The uses of mercury are: it is used in medicines as disinfectant. It is also used in dental amalgam. It is used in industries for the manufacture of thermometer, barometer, and in instruments. It is also used as mercury vapor lamp. It is also used in electroplating, in photography, as insecticide, as germicide. It is also a constituent of fingerprint powder. It is also a constituent of paints. The action of mercury is similar to the action of arsenic poisoning. It affects the sulfhydryl groups, which affects the acetyl coenzyme, and which affects the production of ATP to the living organisms. And the elemental and methyl mercury are toxic to the CNS. Metallic mercury vapor is a pulmonary irritant, which means it affects the lung. Inorganic mercury salts are corrosive to skin, eyes, and GIT. They are also nephrotoxic. Nephrotoxic means they are toxic to the renal kidney functions. Inorganic and organic forms may cause contact dermatitis. Sir, absorption and excretion of mercury, it is similar to arsenic. It is absorbed through GIT, and it is also absorbed through respiratory tract. The after absorption, it gets deposited in all tissues, particularly in liver, kidneys, spleen, and bones. When inhaled, the maximum concentration occurs in the brain. They are mainly excreted through kidneys, liver, and feces. It passes rapidly to the fetus through placental circulation. The signs and symptoms of mercury poisoning: to GIT, it causes metallic taste, and it causes a feeling of constriction in throat, and it causes a hoarse voice. To mouth and tongue, it became corroded and swollen, and the mucous membrane appears grayish white. Hot burning pain from mouth to stomach, and pain radiating over the abdomen, followed by nausea and vomiting. Vomitus contains grayish slimy mucoid material with blood and shreds of mucous membrane. This is followed by diarrhea. In kidney, it causes oliguria. For cardiovascular system, it causes tachycardia and hypertension. It also causes difficulty in breathing and circulatory collapse. The fatal dose of mercury is 1 to 4 gram of mercury chloride, 1 to 60 milligram per kg of methyl mercury, and 10 mg per meter cube of mercury vapor. The fatal period is 3 to 5 days. Postmortem findings of mercury poisoning includes body looks emaciated, which means thin and weak due to dehydration. In GIT, it shows inflammation and congestion, and grayish corrosion is also seen. Ulceration of large intestine is seen. Kidney shows acute proximal tubular damage, and glomerular nephritis may be seen. Liver shows congestion and also shows cloudy swelling. Heart shows fatty degeneration. The chronic mercury poisoning is also called as hydragyrism. It results from accidental poisoning in occupational workers. It is also caused due to excessive therapeutic use. It is also caused due to recovery from a large dose, and it is also used as an ointment for external application. The characteristic features of mercury poisoning are intention tremors, which are also called as Danbury tremors or shaking palsy. It first occurs in hands and then it progresses to other body parts like arms and legs. The tremor is moderately coarse and is interspersed by jerky movements. They are also called as hatter's shake or glass bowler's shake, and it is common in persons working in mercury or glass blowing industries. Second is mercurial erethism. This is seen in persons working with mercury in mirror manufacturing firms. It is a cluster of symptoms which includes insomnia, anxiety, timidity and shyness, irritability, depression, amnesia, and loss of confidence, feeling of embarrassment. They can also be affected by suicidal thoughts, emotional instability, delusions, hallucination, sudden attacks of anger nations. uh, Third is mercurial lentis. It is a peculiar eye changes which is caused due to mercury vapor. It is caused due to brownish deposit of mercury through the cornea on the anterior lens capsule. Next is acrodynia or pink disease. It is seen mostly in children due to hypersensitivity reaction to repeated injection or contact with mercury. Next is Minamata disease, which is caused due to contaminated fish and shellfish. The Minamata disease was caused in Japan due to discharge of methyl mercury in Minamata Bay from a chemical plant. The local population consumed contaminated fish and shellfish. This condition also affected unborn children and caused birth defects. The sign and symptoms: there is pain in arms and legs. There is itching and swelling, and it also include disturbances in hand coordination, gait pattern, speech, chewing and swallowing difficulties, visual blurring. The medical legal aspects of mercury poisoning are the suicidal and homicidal poisoning is rare, but it may be used as it may cause accidental poisoning. The accidental ingestion of antiseptic solutions containing mercury chloride. The soluble salts are also employed as vaginal douches. The absorption of mercury preparations are applied to the skin, and intravenous administration may also occur in accidental poisoning. In children, they may swallow mercury tablet. Next is lead poisoning. It is most common heavy metal poisoning for chronic poisoning. The physical properties are: it is heavy steel gray metal. The salts are variously colored. It is absorbed through GIT. Toxic compounds are lead acetate, which was earlier used as astringent and local sedatives for sprain. The lead tetroxide, which is used as sindoor. Tetraethyl lead is used for anti-knock petrol. The lead sulfide, which is used in surma, which is applied on the eyes. Lead carbonate is used in the manufacture of paints. Detection methods of mercury: the toxicology test are applied for heavy metals. It is for every heavy metal. Toxicology tests like atomic spectroscopy and chromatography, it is applied for every heavy metal. Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
The action of lead is it is similar to the arsenic and mercury. It affects the sulfhydryl groups, and it affects the production of ATPs, and it also affects the heme synthesis. It affects the synthesis of blood, and in CNS it has effects on nerve cells. Absorption and excretion, it is similar to arsenic and mercury. It is absorbed through GIT, and in blood, through blood it is deposited to all the body parts. In GIT, it causes iron deficiency and low dietary calcium. Next slide, sir. Signs and symptoms of lead poisoning. The GIT has metallic taste, dry throat, vomiting, nausea, and blood-stained diarrhea. In brain, it causes headache, insomnia, depression, coma, and death. Fatal dose of lead carbonate is 40 gram, lead acetate is 20 gram, and fatal period is 1 to 2 days. Postmortem findings of lead poisoning are: body appears emaciated, rigor mortis appears early, stomach wall is swollen, mucous membrane is congested, and it is grayish in color. Chronic lead poisoning, which is also called as plumbism or satanism, it is a cumulative poisoning which accumulates in the bones as phosphate and carbonate. It is released in the bloodstream, and other factors promoting release of stored lead, which causes fever, sweating, consumption of alcohol, and exposure to sunlight. These are the factors which promote the release of stored lead. Signs and symptoms include fatigue, sleep disturbances, headache, irritability, slurred speech, convulsions, anemia, and renal failure. Characteristic features of lead are anemia. The RBC count comes down to 3.5 million per DL, and hemoglobin level to 6.5 gram. The causes of anemia are the lead inhibits heme synthesis, and which causes anemia. Next slide, sir. Second characteristic feature of lead poisoning are the Burton's or lead line. It is a blue line seen in the teeth. It can also be caused by other metals like mercury or copper, and another symptom is the pain is slightly relieved by application of pressure over the abdomen. Another symptom is constipation. Diarrhea and vomiting may also occur. Next symptom is lead palsy. It is late and uncommon phenomenon. It is common in adults than in children. The muscle groups are affected, due to which lead palsy occurs. There may be tremors, numbness, cramps before the actual muscle weakness. The wrist drop may occur, and the muscles of eye and hands and feet are affected. Next is lead encephalopathy. It affects the brain function. The symptoms include changes in personality, restlessness, aggressive behavior, mental dullness, uh, and other conditions like convulsions and hallucinations. Next symptoms is facial pallor. It is seen around the mouth. It also affects the reproductive system, which causes sterility in both male and female patients. In male, there is loss of libido. In females, there may be infertility or menstrual irregularities. Next is optic atrophy, which in few patients there may be blindness. Next symptom is lead osteopathy. The lead is deposited in the bones, which causes lead osteopathy. It affects the circulatory system, which causes hypertension. It also affects the kidneys, which causes nephritis. It affects the liver, which causes the general weakness and fall breath. It also affects the peripheral nerves, which causes the peripheral neuritis. It causes a hair. It causes an effect on hair, which causes alopecia. Alopecia means loss of hair. The post-mortem findings in lead poisoning are blue lines, but it is not a constant feature. Paralyzed muscles. In heart, there may be changes in stomach and intestine. It shows ulcers. In liver and kidneys, they are contracted and hard. The brain is pale and swollen. The bone marrow may show hyperplasia of leucoblast and erythroblast. Medical legal aspects of lead poisoning. Acute and homicidal poisoning are rare. Chronic poisoning is commonly seen. Accidental chronic poisoning occurs in people working with lead. Red lead is used as abortifacient. Uh, Lead is used in bullets, so lead poisoning can be seen in persons with retained bullets. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such an thought-provoking and inspiring presentation. You have really explained everything very detailedly. Now, let's move on to the Q&A session. Participants, you can unmute or address your queries via chat box. The question is like, ma'am, in the case, why rigor mortis appear early?
Uh, Ma'am, due to there are several factors which affects the rigor mortis. First is nature of death. Second is environmental conditions in which the body is kept. Then third is the individual death. When individual's health, when the heavy metal poisoning occurs due to environmental conditions, the temperature increases due to and several biochemical reactions occurs, and the biochemical reactions speed up due to heavy metal poisoning, which causes the rigor mortis to appear early. So the cause is biochemical reactions speed up due to heavy metal poisoning.
Participants, any other queries? Participants, you can address your queries. Okay, ma'am, I think there is no queries. Thank you, ma'am. We are concluding our session. I would extend my heartful gratitude to ma'am, and you have shared a lot of knowledge with us and you have inspired us. I would like to thank all the participants for their enthusiasm and active engagement. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.